First thing I want to do is figure out where's my right angle. Well, here's my line of tangency and here's my radius. So where they meet on the circle, that's my right angle. Okay, so here's my right triangle, and across my right angle, that's the hypotenuse. So 20 is my hypotenuse, 10 is a leg, and the radius right here, x is a leg. So let's write down our x squared, a squared, plus b squared. B is 10, is equal to c squared, and c is 20. Okay, 10 squared is 100, 20 squared is 400, and I'll bring down my x squared. Now let's solve for x. So subtract 100 from both sides. So I get x squared equals 300. And to undo a square, I square root both sides. So I get x equals the square root of 300. So now let's get the decimal of that. 300, and take the square root, 17.32. So there's my decimal answer. Now let's do the radical answer, the square root of 300. Well, that breaks down to 3 times 100, and 100 is a perfect square. Its square root is 10. So let's take that out, and so that's going to be 10 root 3 as the radical answer. So that means my radius is 10 radical 3. Okay, let's go down to number 3. Okay, number 3, first thing I want to do is figure out where's my right angle. Well, here's my radius, here's my line of tangency, and so my right angle is again going to be at B. Okay, this time I have different information. All I know is my radius is x, and the distance from the circle to C, that part is 12. And then A, or B to C, that side is 24. Okay, which side is my hypotenuse? Well, let's go to the right angle and draw a line across. Okay, so AC is my hypotenuse. It's got to be the longest side, and that's these two parts put together. Well, to write an expression for the length, I would take this segment plus this 12. So it's going to be x plus 12 is going to represent AC, because I would add those two segments together. Now let's use the Pythagorean Theorem. Here's a leg, and here's a hypotenuse. So let's see, x squared is my a squared, 24 squared is my b squared, and then x plus 12 is that whole side, x plus 12, but I have to square it because that's c squared. Okay, so let's try to simplify that. Okay, let's see, 24 times 24 is 576 plus x squared. And then what am I going to do with x plus 12 squared? Well, that is a FOIL problem. So I'm going to write out x plus 12 times x plus 12, and I have to multiply two binomials by FOIL. So first is x times x, or x squared. Outer x times 12 is plus 12x. Inner 12 times x is another 12x. And last is 12 times 12, which is 144. Okay, so now from here, we need to do a little cleaning up to try to solve it for x. Well, what makes this nice is that if I subtract x squared from both sides, what's going to happen to my x squareds? They're both gone. So my quadratic piece is out of the picture here. So I have 576 equals x, 12x plus 12x is 24x plus 144. Now it looks fairly easy to solve. So subtract 144 from both sides. So let's do that. Let's see. 576 minus 144. That leaves me with 432 is equal to 24x. Divide by both sides by 24. So divide by 24. And you get x is 18. Okay, so let's go apply that 18 to the picture. Okay, what does that tell us? That tells us this radius right here measures 18 centimeters, millimeters, whatever it is. And then this radius is also 18, right? And then that means AC is 18 plus 12. So if I was asked to find AC, I would just take 18 plus 12 and I get 30. Okay, so if you needed to do that, you just plug in your value and you could find that.